Welcome back to Our Wisconsin. Of all the political personalities we can talk about, there is only one we can talk to for a first-hand account of how things have changed over the past 6 decades. He has been a lawmaker for nearly 1/3 of Wisconsin's history, longer than any other lawmaker in any other state. When you walk through the state capitol with Fred Risser, it's like getting a tour of his home.
I love this building.
It's no wonder, considering how much time he's spent here.
This is a room I've spent over 50 years in.
If the LaFollettes are Wisconsin's political first family, then the Rissers are the second.
This is me with hair on my head.
Fred Risser's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all served in the Wisconsin legislature before him, and each represented a different party.
People say, well, 4 different political parties, have you changed philosophy that much? And I says, no. We have always had the same philosophy as the political parties that have changed philosophies.
Fred Risser Jr.'s first political effort wasn't even to get himself elected. It was to get another politician removed from office, U.S. Senator Joe McCarthy.
I got really my start in politics by participating in the Joe Must Go movement.
The recall movement against McCarthy failed, but Fred Risser found success when he himself ran for office. He was elected to the state assembly in 1956, served 3 terms, and then ran for state senate and has been there ever since. 2013 is his 57th year, making him far and away the longest-serving state legislator in the United States.
In my 50 years in the Senate, I think I have a perfect attendance record. I don't think of any time I've missed a roll call. We've had some odd hours, I'll tell you that. When I started out, legislators had no staff, no rooms, no phones, no anything. We had generic stationery, and there was a secretarial pool that you could get help from while we were in session, unless, of course, you were in the bottom of the totem pole.
Risser rose through the ranks quickly in the Senate. He has led the Democrats when they have been the majority and the minority.
Sometimes some of the best legislation is when one party is control of one house and the other, because then each party puts their best foot forward, trying to convince the public that they're the best.
Over the course of 57 years, Fred Risser has worked with 12 different governors, 6 Democrat and 6 Republican. His legacy includes some notable accomplishments.
I finally was successful in getting passed a bill for a statewide smoking ban in public places. I've worked 25 years on that.
He's also responsible for many of the state-funded building projects at the UW and around Madison. But Risser also remembers efforts that weren't as successful.
I was very active in opposing gambling in this state, and I lost that one. So, I mean, you don't win them all. During my career, I was hung in effigy out here because I was supporting mandatory helmets for motorcycle riders.
One way Risser has dealt with political ups and downs for almost 60 years is to stay healthy. For example, even at the age of 86, he always takes the steps in the Capitol.
I have a standing invitation. If anyone catch me in an elevator, I'll give them $10 just like that. I'd like to lose my money.
Risser could write a book of advice for young legislators, but he can also sum it up in a sentence.
Watch your health, be a person of your word, and I would say be willing to talk to anyone. I try to tell people not to take things excessively personally, but because in the political field, you're